Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Future Is Now podcast. I'm Anna, and today we're tackling a topic that's been buzzing a lot lately: self-made energy. You know, with everything happening in the world, from rising utility bills to concerns about grid reliability, it feels like more and more people are looking to take power, literally, into their own hands. Isabella, Oliver, Noah, great to have you all here.
Thanks, Anna. It's a fantastic topic, and honestly, it's something I'm super passionate about. The idea of generating your own power, not just relying on a massive central grid, it just makes so much sense on so many levels.
I hear you, Isabella, but I'm going to play devil's advocate a bit here. Self-made energy sounds great in theory, right? But for the average person, it still feels like this huge, complex, and let's be honest, probably super expensive undertaking. Like, are we talking about just slapping some solar panels on your roof, or is there more to it?
That's a fair question, Oliver, and I think that's where a lot of the misconceptions lie. It's definitely more than just solar panels, though they're a huge part of it. When we say self-made energy, we're really talking about a spectrum. It could be anything from a small off-grid cabin generating all its own power, to a suburban home significantly reducing its reliance on the grid with solar and battery storage, or even community microgrids.
Exactly. And I think the core appeal, for many, is this idea of energy independence. Remember those days when a big storm would knock out power for days, or even just the steady increase in electricity costs? Being able to say, hey, I've got my own backup, or I'm insulated from those price hikes, that's a powerful motivator.
Absolutely. From a practical standpoint, it's about resilience. Think about California and their wildfires, or Texas with their winter storms. The grid is vulnerable. Having distributed generation, where homes or communities produce their own power, creates a more robust and flexible energy system. It's not just about saving money, it's about security.
Okay, security I can definitely get behind, but let's get real for a second. The initial cost for something like solar panels and a home battery system, even with incentives, can still be pretty hefty. How does the average homeowner even begin to afford that, or understand if it's even worth it?
That's a very valid concern, Oliver. It's true that there's an upfront investment, but what we're seeing is a rapid decrease in technology costs. Solar panels are way cheaper than they were a decade ago, and battery technology is improving and becoming more affordable every year. Plus, governments and local utilities often offer significant tax credits, rebates, or even financing options that can dramatically reduce that initial sticker shock and shorten the payback period.
And the payback period is key, right? It's not just about the installation cost, but what you save over 10, 20, even 30 years. Some systems can literally pay for themselves in energy savings, especially in areas with high electricity rates. It's an investment, but one that can generate substantial returns.
Exactly. And let's not forget the environmental aspect, which for many people is a primary driver. Generating your own clean energy, mostly solar, but also small-scale wind for some, significantly reduces your carbon footprint. You're directly contributing to a cleaner, more sustainable future, which feels pretty good, you know?
Okay, so cleaner energy, cost savings over time, and energy independence. I'm starting to see the appeal. But what about the self-made part? Like, do I have to become an electrician or a solar engineer overnight? It still sounds like a DIY nightmare for most people.
Haha, thankfully no, Oliver. While there are definitely dedicated DIYers out there, the vast majority of homeowners work with professional installers. These companies handle everything from assessing your energy needs, designing the system, dealing with permits, and then the actual installation. They make it pretty seamless.
It's like getting a new roof, almost. You hire the experts. But the self-made part refers more to the generation itself. You're making your own electricity on your property, rather than just buying it all from the utility company.
And the technology is also becoming incredibly smart. We're talking about smart inverters, energy management systems, and home batteries that can learn your energy consumption patterns. They can automatically decide whether to use stored solar power, pull from the grid when electricity is cheapest, or even sell excess power back to the grid during peak demand times. It's truly incredible.
Wait, you can sell power back to the grid? So I could potentially make money from my electricity?
Absolutely. That's called net metering, and it's a huge incentive in many places. If your solar panels produce more electricity than you use during the day, that excess power flows back into the grid and your utility company credits you for it. Sometimes, you can even build up enough credit to significantly offset your nighttime usage or even get a check back.
It's a beautiful concept, right? You become a mini power plant, and it shifts the whole dynamic from being just a consumer to being a prosumer, both a producer and a consumer of energy.
And the impact isn't just individual, think about communities. We're seeing more and more examples of community microgrids, where neighborhoods or even small towns band together to create their own local energy supply, often combining solar, wind, and battery storage. This provides incredible resilience and can power essential services even if the main grid goes down.
That's actually pretty cool. So like a whole town could keep the lights on during a blackout if they had their own microgrid? That's genuinely impressive.
Exactly. Look at places like Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria. Communities that had microgrids were able to recover much faster and maintain essential services because they weren't dependent on the heavily damaged centralized grid. It's a powerful model for the future.
It really highlights that self-made energy isn't just about individual homes, it's a systemic shift. But let's talk about some of the practicalities and perhaps some of the ongoing challenges. Isabella, what are some of the things people need to consider when looking into this?
Well, the first thing is always your location and your roof. Do you have good sun exposure? Are there trees blocking the sun? That's a primary consideration for solar. If you're in a super cloudy region, solar might still work, but you'd need a larger array or a different primary energy source. Then there's your current energy consumption. A good installer will analyze your past utility bills to size a system that makes sense for you.
And what about maintenance? Do these things require constant tinkering? Am I going to be up on my roof cleaning panels every weekend?
Not at all, Oliver. Solar panels are incredibly durable and designed to withstand the elements. Rain usually does a decent job of washing them clean. Most systems come with long warranties, often 20 to 25 years for the panels themselves, and modern inverters and batteries are also built to last. You might do a quick visual check now and then, but they're largely hands-off.
That's good to hear, because I think for a lot of people, the perceived hassle factor is a big deterrent, but it sounds like it's becoming pretty streamlined.
Definitely. Another thing to consider is battery storage. While solar panels generate power during the day, you often need that power at night. That's where home batteries, like a Tesla Powerwall or similar systems, come in. They store the excess solar energy generated during the day, so you can use it after the sun goes down or during a power outage. They're essential for true energy independence.
So it's not just solar panels. It's solar panels and a big battery in your garage, essentially?
For complete self-sufficiency or backup power, yes, that's often the ideal setup. But you can start with just solar and still see significant savings, especially if your utility offers good net metering. Then you can add a battery later if your budget or needs change. It's scalable.
Which is great for accessibility. You don't have to go all in from day one. You can build up your system. And what about the actual making of the energy? Beyond solar, are there other options for homeowners?
Absolutely. While solar is the most common for residential, small-scale wind turbines can be effective in areas with consistent wind speeds, though they're less common in dense suburban areas due to noise and space requirements. There are also micro-hydro systems for homes near streams, which are fantastic if you have the right geography. Even things like geothermal heat pumps, while not electricity generation, are about harnessing natural energy for heating and cooling, drastically reducing your energy consumption.
Okay, so it's not just a one-size-fits-all solution. It sounds like you really have to assess your specific situation and what makes the most sense.
Precisely. And that's why consulting with reputable energy professionals is so important. They can help you understand the best options for your home, your climate, and your budget. It's a journey, not a sprint.
I think that's a crucial point. It's a journey. You don't have to become an expert overnight. But the first step is often just being curious, like Oliver here, understanding what's possible. What about the future of this? Where do you guys see self-made energy headed?
Oh, the future is incredibly exciting. I see a world where homes are not just consumers but active participants in the energy grid. Smart homes that not only generate and store power but can also optimize their energy use based on real-time prices or grid demand. We're talking about bidirectional EV charging, where your electric car battery can actually power your house or send energy back to the grid. That's a game changer.
My car powering my house. That's wild. So, if the power goes out, my Tesla could keep my fridge running?
Potentially, yes. With the right technology, absolutely. Vehicles becoming mobile energy storage units adds another massive layer of resilience and flexibility to the system. And beyond that, I think we'll see more sophisticated localized microgrids, integrating not just homes but businesses, schools, and hospitals, creating truly energy-independent communities.
It almost sounds like a return to more localized power generation, but with incredibly advanced technology, like a digital village powerhouse.
Exactly. It's decentralization, but with hyper-efficiency and connectivity. And that's not just good for individual homes, it makes the entire energy infrastructure more robust against natural disasters, cyber attacks, or even just general wear and tear.
Okay, you've definitely swayed me. It still feels like a big step, but I'm no longer thinking it's some niche, unattainable thing for only the super rich or super techie. It sounds like it's actually becoming a real option for a lot of people.
And that's the beauty of it, Oliver. The technology is maturing, the costs are coming down, and the awareness is growing. It's becoming less of a niche and more of a mainstream movement towards a more sustainable and secure energy future for everyone.
Well said, Noah. And I think that's a perfect note to end on. Self-made energy is no longer just a futuristic concept. It's a tangible reality that's empowering individuals and communities right now, and its potential is only continuing to grow. Thank you, Isabella, Oliver, and Noah, for shedding so much light on this fascinating topic.
My pleasure, Anna. Always great to discuss.
Thanks for having me. I learned a lot today.
Cheers, everyone. Keep looking up for those solar rays.
And thank you all for listening. If you're curious about taking control of your own energy, we hope this episode gave you a great starting point. We'll catch you next time on The Future Is Now.